Alright guys, so the biggest development this week with the Trump administration and the United States as a whole is President Maduro of Venezuela and President Trump continue going back and forth, arguing, and here is the latest and basically a rundown of the entire situation as a whole. So Maduro, the dictator of Venezuela, essentially is importing a lot of drug traffickers, cartel members, narco state activists into the United States, causing a huge problem for the United States and leading to a nationwide drug epidemic that kills thousands every year. There's been increased U.S. military pressure, which is really not something you hear often. Specifically, in September, there was an order by Trump to bomb some boats off the coast of the Caribbean that were also related to Venezuela in part. And Trump's opponents have been saying that this was a bad move by Trump and is actually an illegal order. Whether it is an illegal order or it isn't, we are going to leave that for another day. But one thing is for sure, Maduro remains in power far longer than he ever should have been and holds on to all state resources in Venezuela. Human rights organizations in Venezuela continue to say that Maduro is not a legitimate president, citing false and fake elections, specifically the one in 2024, which he allegedly lost but remained in power even still. And Venezuela is still suffering from intense economic hardship and shortages of all necessary resources across the board. It is claimed that suppression of the free media in Venezuela led Maduro to get reelected, and if Venezuelans knew the truth about their situation, they would allegedly rise up against it, kind of similar to the North Korea situation in which Kim Jong-un keeps the people stupid. The U.S. has very few countries which it actively has a bad relationship with, and Venezuela is actually one of them. Cuba is another one. Countries like Russia, China, Iran, and Cuba all claim Maduro's legitimacy, which are also the four biggest enemies of the United States besides Venezuela. There's no doubt that Venezuela will continue to be a threat as long as Maduro is not eliminated from power. And President Trump just this week said that he can flee now if he so chooses, otherwise there will be dire consequences. Plans have been floating around to send him to Tehran, which is the capital of Iran, but nothing has been confirmed yet. Stay tuned for the latest on the Venezuela situation with the United States, as well as many other political situations.